What up, y'all? Welcome back. You know exactly who this is, Jason Miller Rollowell, and check that spelling. It's your boy Jason Miller, and I'm here. And I just want to take the time to break this down, y'all, because again, this rap beef is gone to a whole new level, right? But when you start going to the level of digging up dead rappers who died in rap beefs and gun violence in your raps to diss rappers, you can understand when shit like this happen. I'm not saying I condone any of this shit. I'm just saying, Drake, you was never from none of this shit. So while your verses and the pop songs were great, to hear that, you know, all of this other stuff was happening, I'm like, yo, this dude sounds fake. And even more so, that fakeness have gone to the point where now your bodyguards are at risk at your own crib. Cause it ain't like you talking shit about Compton or you talking shit about Metro. Metro, shut your whole ass up and make some drums, nigga. That shit ain't so funny now, cause you sitting out a whole like disses and poking a lot of niggas in that fucking dishes you've been doing, which is fucking stupid. That's why I was saying that shit. But here it is, something so unfortunate happened, as now we got gun violence happening in front of your crib, which is the last fucking thing you would think to happen, and that's what makes it so unfortunate. So listen, man, I just want to say this first things first. Drake, Aubrey Graham, I apologize. I don't know what's going on in the game right now. I ain't got nothing to do with it, but I'm sorry your family has to go through that. I'm sorry you have to immediately regret the shit that you're saying. It's funny, I said that on one of my other videos on my podcast. Have you ever said some shit and immediately regret it? Exactly. That came from my boy Breon Isaac, B to the R. Shout out Breon Isaac, by the way, because me and him was chopping it up. And that's something that we talked about. That's why you got to keep your shit humble, because sometimes you be thinking you all that and you want some shit and you say and do some shit and immediately regret that shit. So because I know what that's like, because that shit's happened to me in the past, I just said that shit in my video like, Drake, this is what happened to academics, where academics was riding your dick and making a cheerleader on one of your shit, and right while he was talking, Kendrick dropped that motherfucker on, drop right on it with the grams, and he was like, oh my god, like he immediately regretted everything that he was saying about family matters after he heard, oh my goodness, meet the grams. And that's the thing. But I'm not keeping it on a rap battle side of things. I want to focus on life right now, because the real important thing that just happened right now is that we understand that we need to then calm down and slow down with all of this rap beef. It ain't about who won or lost, it's about life right now, because life is the ultimate cost of everything that's going on. And right now, as you can see, for everybody right now, if you're a fan of hip-hop music, you're a fan of Drake, you're a fan of Kendrick, listen, man, the number one thing I need y'all to understand is that all this shit is entertainment, right? But when guns start half-line and people start shooting, it's a different game about it. See, when Drake started doing that DJ Who Kid shit and he got 50 Cent backing him up and his cheerleader, 50 Cent been in the streets, 50 Cent then got shot a couple of times and overcame that shit. You're not 50. So spinning the G-Unit chain, trying to get the G-Unit mixtape credit from a guy who's been shot, and you're not that, it doesn't make sense to me. Even Lil Wayne was saying, yo, Drake, rap about bitches, don't rap about no gun shit. Rap about your soap operas, rap about your shows, sing about that, but don't do this gun stripped hip-hop shit. Now understand, you was in the game, you was nice, you was hot, you was the man for a while, you started fucking all these niggas bitches and felt like, yo, you got swayed to then say some shit. And again, it's unfortunate. And for everybody listening, the number one thing I would say to you all right now is, if you're a fan of music, you're a fan of Drake, you're a fan of hip-hop, you're a fan of Kendrick Lamar, listen, man, it's time for us to put all this dumb shit aside and let's start focusing on life, and let's make sure we get some life insurance for our families so we can set aside some legacies for our children, like real shit. Because right now, all this shit is getting played out, because like, especially in the African-American community, because regardless of what's happening at Drake's house, this is still bigger reflection on the black community. So while Rick Ross could say white boy to Drake, guess what? This whole thing reflects negatively on us black boys in the fucking community. That's it. And that's the worst part. And black people, we're the ones, we spend the most money on the jewelry, on the ice, on the cars, on the rims, on the bags. We got to get all of that. But guess what? when we die, our children don't have anything. We don't have any life insurance. We don't have any legacy set aside. So we leave behind bills. We leave behind problems. We leave behind car payments. And guess what? In most cases, what happened? If we don't have a structure set up, the state just going to come in and take it, and our kids have nothing. How long have we gone through that? How long are we going to continue to go through that? So as we see now, Drake talking shit on the rap beef, and this shit comes immediately at his front door. So his security guard right now almost did not make it home over some dumb fucking rap shit. I'm letting you know it's time for us to get some life insurance for all of us. If you're listening to this, you're a fan of hip hop music, you're a fan of Drake, you're a fan of Kendrick Lamar, I'm saying cut the bullshit and make sure on today you get yourself some motherfucking life insurance and protect yourself, protect your families, and protect your kids. Because this is bigger than rap music. This is bigger than hip hop. Because guess what? Just like this security guard was there, he might be in the middle of the situation because you know what Drake was going through. But guess what? At the same time, you just might be walking to the store, or you just might be driving in your car, or you just might be going to school and somebody drunk driver hit you, or somebody texting and driving, I'm not paying attention, and come at you, or some other shit happen, and that's it. We never know when it's our last day. But if you are the breadwinner of your family and your family is relying on you to bring home the bacon and feed them, I encourage you to get you some insurance. Because you cannot drive your car off of the lot if you don't have insurance on it. When you get your iPhone, you cannot walk out of that goddamn store if they don't put no goddamn insurance on the phone. And that's the sad part about it. They programmed us black people to think of insurance as wasting money. But in the same concept, that's exactly what the white people do to make sure that they pass all money to their children when they die. We all hear about trust fund babies and silver spoon babies. How the fuck you think they do it? You think they do it working a 9 to 5? Hell, fuck no. There's no 9 to 5 around that's gonna give you a legacy. The only thing it's gonna give you is problems and bills. Life insurance, ladies and gentlemen. Life insurance is designed specifically to pass down generational wealth. And again, life insurance is not just for the dead, it's actually for the living. Because there's life insurance policies these days that's available right now. So if anything happens to you, critical, chronic, or terminal, that life insurance policy is going to pay out up to 80% to take care of you right now while you alive. And people don't even know that. But they're running around here trying to get the biggest rims and buy the flyest jacket to look fly, trying to impress bitches. Fuck these hoes in these streets, man. These hoes ain't loyal. You need to get yourself some life insurance policy to make sure you get a trust, put together a structure with the LLC, with the holding company, and get your business going, man. Talk about this happy wife, happy life shit. Listen, man, the rise of the single parent household, especially with independent women, and led to the rise of the single parent household. That's facts. So as much as I love the ladies, I'm just going to say the rise of the independent women has led to the rise of the single women parent household. And right now, back in the day, a woman would go through certain things, but she would have certain benefits. Right now, to get back at you, she trying to fuck at least one or two. So if you think you about to hold it down because you're trying to put your money into then buying clothes and buying shoes and buying all these expensive cars to look good for these hoes out here, but then you got all of these kids out here that's going through the same shit. They got identity crisis with their genders. They going through stuff at home. They going through this emotional. We all dealing with the emotional damage of this fucking bullshit. So again, it's bigger than Drake. This is bigger than rap music, y'all. This is about life. This is your boy, Jason Miller, and check that spelling. This is the Life Hacks Podcast, y'all, and I'm telling you, last month was Life Insurance Awareness Month. I'm letting you know this month of May and for the rest of the year is final expense year. This is the year of final expenses, y'all. This is the year, y'all motherfuckers. Everybody that listen to music need to make sure you got a final expense policy. You know, it costs you less than a cup of goddamn coffee. It costs you less than a goddamn Newport. It costs you less than a goddamn pack of gum every goddamn day. That's how small it is, but that can make sure if anything happens to you, your family never has to worry about anything at all. So yeah, I'm gonna put it out there on blast. This is the final expense year, y'all, because guess what y'all not paying attention to? AI's coming around the corner, and AI gonna take another about 60% of the jobs you got out there. So why you think even you holding on to your job as a mailman? Nah, my nigga, they got AI for that. Oh, you think you're doing good because you work in a restaurant? Oh, you a server? Oh, you the cook? Bruh. They got AI for that. Oh, you think your job is safe because you're a teacher, you're a professor, because you work in a school system? Nah, bruh. They got AI for that. Oh, you think your job is safe because you the janitor or you do all of the manual labor? Nah, bruh. They got AI for that. So while we out here paying attention to the bullshit and we not paying attention to the truth because we paying so much attention to the bullshit, this is what have bullshit becomes real shit, and that's why I wanted to come at y'all in a real tone and come straight direct. Thank you for that love. I appreciate you. I see you feel what I'm saying right now. Again, ladies and gentlemen, this is the year of final expenses and life insurance, 2024. On today, from the day you heard this news that Drake's security guard reportedly got shot multiple times, just doing his job. He got shot multiple times. So he right now is not going home to see his family. Now, regardless if it was warranted or not, I'm not a part of that. I'm pointing out the fact that we're losing too much lives to bullshit, and there's too many people out here that's tuned into the bullshit. You DJ Khaled, well, DJ Khaled, I ain't gonna call you out because we got a different conversation we need there. I'm talking about DJ Funk Flex. I'm talking about people like DJ Envy. I'm talking about people like Charlemagne the God, because like DJ Envy was trying to get people caught up in that bullshit because he's trying to get people on fucking real estate. Yeah, I'm trying to help people get real estate. Real estate, that was a good shit, but guess what? Guess what, my G? A life insurance is a lot cheaper, and all of them people, if they bought their own life insurance policy and been paying that money inside of it, they'd be better off right now with an index universal life insurance policy. And that's the type of shit. But it's about the uneducated and people getting duped by people who are just looked upon but don't educate people. Yo, see, I'm a provider of education opportunity. That's what I do. And if you don't pay attention to it, y'all, health is the new motherfucking wealth. So as much as y'all see all these people out here grinding, trying to get the bag, wearing all black like they Steve Jobs. Listen, Steve Jobs died and this nigga didn't even see 60. This motherfucker had billions of dollars in his checking account and he could not buy another day of life on this earth, okay? So with all the bullshit you want to talk about chasing for the bag, it's time we start chasing for our dreams. All of this bullshit you talk about chasing bitches, it's time you start chasing your own integrity. All of this shit you talk about bullshit about pleasing all of these people, it's time we start learning how to please our Lord and Savior. And stop running around acting like we don't have any understanding that the world is changing. Cryptocurrency is coming, institutional money is going into crypto, and AI is coming behind that. So while we thought it was just a pandemic, we got a war in Ukraine, we got a war in Russia, we got a war in Israel, we got Hezbollah about to get involved with that. Oh yeah, and we just going to sit here thinking about, oh man, look at that, Drake homeboy just got shot. Yo, we got to get off of this bullshit and start paying attention to the real shit. Again, this is the LifeHacksHQ 100X podcast. This is Jason Money Miller. You know exactly who the fuck we talking to, y'all. Listen, I'm about to get into the report of what has supposedly happened from the police. I just wanted to get my piece up before I even got into that, because y'all understand when I get passionate, I get passionate. And when I get passionate, I just got to let this thing go. And I appreciate that love and I appreciate the support. So, listen, y'all. I'm going to get this thing rolling right now. I'm going to bring it right into Drake's situation. I'm saying this is reportedly at 2 o'clock. Drake's bodyguard was doing his job. And apparently in that neighborhood on Bridal Street, you know what I'm saying, somebody rolled upon him and they got shot. And it's unfortunate, but we're about to hear the news report behind it right now. But I just wanted to get into what was passionate to me, because I just did some videos right after the rap beef, and I was saying, yo man, let's look into doing something more constructive. I just said this shit in my shorts. So if you go back and you look at the shorts that I did, I was just talking about the same type of shit and trying to educate us as an opportunity there for us to then change our family's legacy. But what are we gonna do with it? Are we gonna do the same shit? Are we going to learn from our past mistakes and become better from it? I don't know. I can't make this shit up, y'all. I'm not saying nothing. I'm just saying. This is the news story here. We're about to get into it right now. Let me just pull this up to make sure that, yeah, we're about to get into it right now. So in about 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0.
The scene of an overnight shooting. It happened at around 2 in the morning, and a man was rushed to hospital with serious injuries. Now, this happened in the upscale Toronto neighborhood called the Bridle Path. CBC's Megan Fitzpatrick is at the scene outside of Drake's home. Megan, what can you tell us? Well, it is an active investigation underway, Natasha. I'll step out of the way so you can kind of have a bit of a look at the scene here. We're being held back by police tape at this part of the road, but right there where that other police tape is the corner of Drake's property. Several vehicles, police vehicles parked in front of the home. I can see multiple orange pylons on the ground, potentially evidence markers there, as well as just beside me a pair of blue surgical gloves as well that are just on the other side of this tape here. So investigators on scene, police writing on social media earlier this morning that they were called to the area of Bayview and Lawrence around 2 a.m. this morning for reports of a shooting, and they say that a man was transported to hospital with serious injuries. They also say that a suspect in the shooting fled in a vehicle, but they have not issued any kind of description of the suspect or that vehicle. Not clear if Drake is in the home or was in the home last night, Natasha, or exactly where on the property the shooting took place, whether it was inside the home, on the front lawn, outside on the street, or where exactly it took place. A source has told CBC News the person that was shot was a security guard, and that police were told that that person was unconscious and had received a gunshot wound to the upper chest. And again, that person was rushed to hospital. We understand they underwent some kind of surgery. We don't have an update on that person's condition and what the state is of their health right now. Those are all the details we know so far. Now, again, police obviously on scene. We're hoping they'll give us a bit of an update as soon as possible so we can learn more about what happened here.
And listen, y'all, make sure that y'all going and y'all support right now. I got the Cash Apps up. Make sure y'all support and y'all donate to the cause, because this is it. Like they say, the game is to be sold, not to be told. I'm giving you the free game. I'm asking you to donate so we can keep paying it forward and moving it forward. So y'all know exactly who it is. Y'all know exactly where it's at. So again, thank you for the love. Thank you for the support. Thank you for the donations. I'm going to put the Cash App back up, and I appreciate y'all sending them donations. And man, blessings in abundance, y'all. And again, y'all want to make sure y'all get information.
Speaking today is Inspector Paul Kotchuk of our Integrated Gun and Gang Task Force, which investigates all shootings and firearm discharges within the city of Toronto. Inspector?
Good morning, everyone. I'm Inspector Paul Kotchuk of the Integrated Gun and Gang Task Force, and I'm pleased to be here today. I know there's a lot of interest in this incident, and I hope you can also appreciate that information is very limited this time, so I only have so much. What I do know, I will advise you of, and I will take a few questions at the end. This morning at about 2 a.m., police were called to a shooting at the residence behind me here. When officers arrived, they located a male who was suffering from an apparent gunshot wound. That male was taken to hospital in serious condition. That person was working apparently as a security guard at the residence. He was standing outside of the gates in front of the residence when the shooting occurred. We have individuals who obviously performed the shooting who were seen in a vehicle. I do not have a description of the vehicle or the suspects at this time. Again, it's very early on in the investigation. I cannot speak to a motive at this time because it's so early, but as we get information, we will share it with you. Anyone with information is asked to call 416-808-2510 or Crime Stoppers. You can expect...
By the way, anybody who know anything about that, it ain't about snitching. Like I said, it's about life. So if anybody know any information about this, make sure y'all give these people a call and y'all contact them, all right? Real talk.
You can expect to see an increased presence in this neighborhood for the next little while, but it's no different than any other shooting or firearm discharge. We'll have officers here looking for witnesses to come forward, as well as be canvassing for video. I'll now take a few questions.
Was Drake home and is he cooperating with this investigation?
I cannot confirm if Drake was home at the time the incident occurred, but I can tell you that we are in contact with his team and they are cooperating. To what extent is the battle between Drake and Kendrick Lamar part of this investigation?
See? the rap beef between Drake and Kendrick Lamar have anything to do with this investigation. So again, as much as this is what it hits me when I said, as black people, we have a certain culture, right? That's how we go up, and we don't get a chance to monetize our culture. But when other people from other cultures come in and they monetize our culture, you see how that shit comes back on us? Because the officer ain't even saying, listen, man, at 2 o'clock, the officers got called that Drake's house got shot, and he's not using Aubrey Graham's name. He just says the address behind me, and the guy was just doing this. The reporter had to say the word Drake because legally he's under that gooswa, so he don't even want to say the actual name because it might look bad. But again, with the same rap beef conversation that the reporter's asking, who was just the last one doing all of the rapping on this rap shit, right? Talking about clapping and all of this other shit. Right? So again, this is exactly what I talk about when dick riding goes extremely wrong.
To what extent is the battle between Drake and Kendrick Lamar a larger sensitive issue? So, I am aware of what you're talking about, but it is so early in the investigation that we don't have a motive at this time, and so I cannot comment further on that.
While the motive may not be confirmed, if that is something that you're looking at, knowing that this beef crosses borders into the U.S., is there anything being done in the investigation to maybe prevent the potential suspect from being identified?
So this is no different than any other investigation, okay? Like, it's maybe more high profile because there's more people here, but we treat it like any other incident. So we'll be using all our resources. Our teams will be doing as much as they can to investigate this, but it'll be no different than any other investigation.
As a matter of fact, he actually said in that shot, in that motherfucking track, I'll do Air Ross like what happened to that flight in Malaysia. Didn't Rick Ross' plane just crash a couple days ago? Didn't Rick Ross just post some shit about his plane crashing? But he's rapping about treating Ross Air like that flight in Malaysia while that happened. And see, now he's rapping about shit. And like I said, art imitate life. You rap about this shit, then it starts happening to you. So again, I'm not saying nothing, y'all. I'm just saying I can't make none of this shit up.
Be doing as much as they can to investigate this, but it'll be no different than any other investigation.
Is the man who was shot still in serious condition? Have you been able to talk to him? Has he not been able to give you a suspect description? And how is there no video yet of the car that went?
So I can tell you that all I'm going to say about the victim is that he's still in the hospital in serious condition. And I'm not going to
Tell us about the nature of his injuries? Where he was shot?
No, I'm not going to at this time.
This is obviously a very well-to-do neighborhood. There's likely a lot of...
So you see this shit, right? I opened this thing up right there with the news reporter giving you more information on the fucking case than the lead investigator on the motherfucking case. This is the kind of resource we try to make sure that we give to you at LifeHacksHQ 100X. So when we bring you the news, I'm not bringing you bullshit. I might bring you some more juicy content than the people who's actually doing it going to actually reveal to you. Because again, we already understand what's happening. He don't want to say nothing. But again, I opened it up with the reporter giving a bit more details about the story and the situation in question than all the reporters asking questions there, because it's apparently the lead investigator's conversation right now of the Uswas Guswa is to mummify, mute, and not share or give out or give away as few information as possible while he's doing an investigation. But as a reporter and a news outlet designed to do journalistic investigative reporting, shout out to my girl Janice Fernandez, by the way. No pun at all. She's just one of those journalistic investigative reporters that get to the truth, and there's a few of them out there as well, but I just want to shout out that one in particular. That's my girl South Florida. She just came back on vacay. Good to see you. As a matter of fact, she's about to go on air right now. It's about to be 3 o'clock today, so I'll see you later on. But I'm gonna keep this thing moving on, and I'm gonna get back to the rest of the story, because after this I got a message for you. Every single person who's listening to this right now, at the end of this guy talking, I got a message for you. For every single person who's a Drake fan, a Kendrick Lamar fan, a hip-hop fan, at the end of this guy talking, I got a message for you. Let me help and get him out of the way.
be surprised if we didn't. I can say that we've already collected some video evidence which captures the incident.
You say suspects plural. Are you saying we're talking 2, 3, or more?
No idea at this time.
And would you characterize this as a drive-by shooting or more specifically a stop and open fire?
I'm not going to get into specifics about the investigation at this time, just that a vehicle was involved.
Are you in touch with law enforcement elsewhere, like Los Angeles and the United States?
That will be part of our investigation, but again, we're very early on.
How did the 911 call come in? Who made it?
I don't have that information.
Was this security guard alone? Were there other security guards here too?
I don't have that information.
In the incident, did it look like the security guard was the target?
Don't know at this time.
You said you have video capturing the incident?
Yes.
The actual shooting?
Yes.
And the description of the vehicle?
No, not at this time.
You don't want to release it?
No, because we're dealing with video quality issues, correct? So as we have information and we're able to analyze video better, then we'll be able to provide more information.
You mentioned that the shooting occurred outside the gates, but there are markers inside your garage. Was the area put out there? Would shell casings have gone that far? One that
I haven't even walked up to the scene, so I can't comment. No, thank you.
Do we know how many shots were fired?
No, that's going to be part of the investigation.
This message right here, y'all.
Taking charge on my fate, no go for me, I got different route to take.
No more GoFundMe.
Got a plan ahead, got a fortify the gate. Get that insurance, protect my fam, never late. No need for handouts, I'ma handle my own. Leave a legacy for my seed and I'm gone. So I'm hustling hard, even when the days are long. Investing in my future, righting every wrong. No time to waste.
Yeah, we got no time to waste, y'all.
Eyes on the prize, I'm planning for better days. Final experiences covered by my wise ways. No burden for my fam when my life fades away.
Listen, man, just like Drake's bodyguard is dealing with a situation right now, you and your family ain't got to do the same. Make sure you contact 954-708-5631 on WhatsApp to be able to learn about the tax code of the rich, the life expenses, final expenses, insurance, and final expense insurance as far as even if you got pre-existing conditions or infinite banking, y'all. Make sure you reach out to us. We're going to make sure we take care of every single person who contact us here today. And as a matter of fact, for every person who contacts us through this video, you let us know that you're reaching us because you were touched or you're concerned by the Drake video. You got a family member that's got a 401k that you're rolling over. I'll make sure that you get a 30% bonus on that 401k that they're rolling over when it's qualified. So again, that's the kind of game I'm giving away, y'all. I want you to understand it's not just about protecting life. Like I said, wealth is about creating, generating, and preserving. So that's what it's about. So if you already did the work to get that 401k instead of having Uncle Sam tax it, by the time you get the 59.5 to take it again, let's put it into something that's going to guarantee yourself some tax-free retirement, y'all. You know who this is. LifeHacksHQ 100X. And I'm out this motherfucker just like that. Remember, your purpose, ladies and gentlemen, on this earth is not to please me, nor is it to fulfill some unfulfilled emotional or parent childhood need. Ain't no mystery. Check the history. Let everybody be proud of their very own deeds. God bless, God's best, and as always, Godspeed.
Rolling through life, taking charge on my fate. No go for me, I got different route to take. Got a plan ahead, gotta fortify the gate. Get that insurance, protect my fam, never late. No need for handouts, I'ma handle my own. Leave a legacy for my seed and I'm gone. So I'm hustling hard, even when the days are long. Investing in my future, righting every wrong. No time to waste, got no room for delays. Eyes on the prize, I'm planning for better days. Final experiences covered by my wise ways. No burden for my fam when my life fades away.